Hello.
Hello.
Our group is coming in. I'll just wait
It's
a
no
little.
problem there, Zainab. How are you?
Very good. How are you? Great to have all of you.
Thank you.
Hello.
We have MD 105. We have friends from Turkey.
And from Finland.
Oh, hello to Finland.
Yeah.
Just for information, we will be recording these sessions because we're hoping to gather the information afterwards for applicable use. I think our group is maybe one more person is coming in. I guess I'll start. As you know, today's Fireside title is Looking into the Future, and we had 4 areas where we wanted to look into, and one was local versus international, one was gender, the other one was age. Our group's discussion topic is traditional versus modern, which PID Elizabeth defined in short, but I'd like to just go with Merriam-Webster's dictionary definition a little and give the word to you. Traditional is defined as coming from the tradition, handed down from age to age, adhering to past practices and established conventions. And when we look to modern by definition, it's of relating to characteristics of the present, of the immediate past, contemporary, involving recent techniques, methods, ideas, up to date. These are some of the definitions. What we would like to hear from you, when you look at your Lions clubs, your districts, LCI, as you look into the future, how should the balance of traditional and modern approaches will be? What would you like to see in the future and how we can achieve that? So we'd like to hear from you. If you'd like to raise your hand, we'd love to hear from, yes, please, Marika, Finland. Please unmute yourself.
Okay, hello everybody again. I think that this situation is coming to stay. And all these meetings from the computers, they are come to stay. Mm-hmm. And we have to accept that. And because I am a new voice leader here, I have to also tell to the Lion clubs who are transitional and they don't know how to use and why we have to do that then. And because we are Lions. I say so.
So supporting the clubs who are new to technology becomes an integral part. From what I hear from what you say, that the systems will not disappear even maybe after COVID. Thank you, Marika. And who else would like to share your recommendations? What works better? Ellen Mitchell, please.
I'm from UK, England. One of the good things about this last 12 months has been the fact that we've got used to some of these more better ways of communicating, where sometimes it's not possible to do things in person. And also it's forced us to look at new ways of raising money and of helping the community. Some clubs have been very, very good at this. Some of the clubs not so good. Our club, possibly because of age, we've been rather more cautious about going out, and perhaps we haven't done as much as we could have done. But I think that the computers that we've used and the Zoom meetings and so on, it has enabled us to do things that we wouldn't have done before. And we've got plans to expand on this from the future. So there's certainly no reason not to carry on with many of the good traditional things that have been done in the past. But certainly it's a really wonderful opportunity to grab with both hands what we've learned and to move into the future.
And when you look at your own club, do you see your members embracing this change as you seem to have?
Uh,
just elaborating.
this needs a careful thought. We've got two or three people who are very, very good and are moving things along even better than they were before through Facebook, through Twitter. The website is getting better and we're looking at it more carefully. And I think even the people who were not perhaps quite so keen on moving are seeing the advantages of moving, especially when, for instance, when I reported back on the last New Voices meeting, I don't think there were more than 2 or 3 people there that had actually heard of New Voices. So it's getting the news out there to other people, really. And the more enthusiasm there is for it, the more the undecided are more likely, I think, perhaps to move and embrace it.
Yeah. So getting the news out seems to be much better in the system from what I hear. And also, if as this enthusiasm is reflected, the undecided or the cautious are sort of are more accepting and more involved.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Thank you very much. Please, BDG Ramesh.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Ramesh Palmer from District 105, England. Last year, March, right? Zoom was not even heard of. And we were very nervous to say, oh, how can we do on a Zoom? Nobody knew anything about any Zoom. But little by little, they all had no choice, so they got used to it. And now, we find that even the elderly persons who are at home, and they can't come out, they can't drive in the dark and all that. So they're now more used to this Zoom and other virtual meetings, and they prefer it. And I think the future is a mixture of the two, some virtual and some social, because they do also enjoy the social aspect of the meetings, maybe have a dinner and a discussion and all that. So I think it'll be a mixture of the two in the future.
So you envision that we will not be letting go of this technology, but combining
Yes,
the social aspects as well.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Who else? Oh, please, Jacobson. And you're from?
Mine. Sorry.
106A. I agree to what have been said about the Zoom tool. 1 year ago, we didn't know about it, but we have learned to use it. And I must say, in our district, we've had several courses for using this new way of meeting and communicating. And we have had nearly 20 to 25 courses for to start with for chairpersons, and now the ordinary presidents are invited to use this tool. So this has come to be used in the future, no doubt about it. But we must not forget to have traditional meetings. This is a tool which could be used for special purposes, but we must not forget to have the physical meetings at all. And in the same, following this conclusion is that we will have a new way of approaching our members, of how to do things and how to communicate with not only the chairpersons in the club, but also the club members. This is a tool that gives us enormous possibilities to be better in communication. So no doubt about it that Zoom has come to be. And one pandemic must not be in vain. We got to learn see new possibilities of being an alliance in our societies.
Thank you very much. What I hear from what you've shared, that it's of course with the adapting, with the courses for communication, more people are getting informed and using, and this also brings up the topic of new ways of approaching our members and new ways to communicate. But you also point attention to the need of the physical meetings and carrying on with those as well. Maybe I'd like to add the question to those who will follow. How has, of course, it was a special period, but how were your service activities affected, or how it was able to be carried out in this new way, new method? You can, of course, always share from the initial topic, and maybe with these additions as well.
Are you addressing this question to me?
I mean, you could start with you, since you sort of opened up the topic a little.
Okay. To be honest, our activities has been almost cancelled for nearly 1 year, but it has given the leaders, the chairpersons, the chance to make new thoughts about how to approach people, how to involve, and how to get new members, ask new members to be member of our club. So, but we will have been forced to do it in a new way, and we are now making a manual for a new kind of approaching members to be people to be members of our clubs.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Gunnar. Who else would like to share? We'd love to hear, whatever you feel that it needs to be heard. PID for Nathan, please. Great to have you here with us.
Hi, Zena. Thank you.
And Sandy, afterwards, I'll give the word to Sandy. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Well, firstly, I think we urgently need to ensure that the clubs that are not looking after their members learn that they have to do this, because we will be losing members that have not had the opportunity to use computers. So I think it's a club's responsibility, and we have a responsibility to educate clubs that they will be losing members unless they help all members embrace the world of technology. Because I agree with Marika that this is here to stay in one way or another. And my belief is that we embrace both worlds. It's a bit like the petrol electric car. I think that you will find from now, USA-Canada Forum was obviously the same as the European one. Next time we have Europa Forum, as an Archivist Advisor and LRPC, we have suggested that from now on, we travel both paths, so that those that wish to come face to face, as they have done traditionally, can do so. But we find that by having virtual side by side, we attract a lot of people that would not normally travel to Europa Forum. So you have to look at that for World Convention, for constitutional area. So this is a big opportunity to embrace, to actually be involved with Lions that have never been involved before. Many Lions from Europe learnt a lot from the European virtual. And I think the other thing is for training. I'm halfway through. Normally in 2 days we would accomplish a RLLI, a Regional Lions Leadership Institute. I'm doing virtual, and we have to allow 4 days because it's longer. And I want to make sure that everybody is involved. We have the breakout rooms. But this is the first one in the world that is actually with simultaneous translation. And we are halfway through that this weekend, just gone, with 3 countries, Serbia, Bosnia, Croatia. Sorry, it's not Croatia, Serbia, Bosnia, Montenegro, with English presentation. And it is a gamble, but it's so far halfway through has worked perfectly. So we have to embrace the opportunity of taking training to a different level of Lion. We had attendees this weekend that would never have attended Regional Lions Institute. and we are inundated with, I want more, this is fantastic. They don't even understand the organization they are a member of. They don't understand how big we are, how much we accomplish. My statements are much broader than I've said, but I've tried to give you a concise few comments.
Thank
It's
you.
vital that we expand on these. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I've shared that, but I see with the caution where we might be losing members if we do not sort of support people who are not close to or used to technology, and also the great opportunity of creating the chance for people who wouldn't be able to attend conventions, forums, or trainings. This creates a new opening, a new world for people to join in. Thank you so much. And
Thank you. Can I just add one thing?
Yes, please.
And my home club for diversification, my home club has now, we have introduced 6 new members that are Special Olympic athletes.
Wow.
That's very diverse. And we had the membership because we're in England, and I had Vice President Brian Sheehan come and do the badging on Zoom.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing. Sandy Lovkovic.
Good evening to everybody. I'm from Croatia, from District 1 to 6. And I would like to say my opinion related to this traditional versus modern view.
Yes.
So my opinion is that we have to respect the tradition, but also take good things from this time, this present time, like this, that we are together today from different country and we have a meeting. So maybe a few years ago it was not possible, but today it's much more easier. And not only this, today we have a lot of internet network, and then we can connect much more international, different people, see what other clubs in not only on the Europe but globally are working, and maybe can give us the more idea how to do the same or similar in our local area.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We have 2 more minutes. Maybe we can hear one more voice. Who would like to share? Errol Aydın, please. Please unmute yourself.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you, my district governor, Zeynep. I'm afraid my connection is a bit weak, but
That's
being
okay.
a general, being a district governor candidate in my region, with an average lionistic age over 30 years, I think my voice is very new because I am only 10 years old lion. It's very important, of course, to be traditional or new in this common community. But I think the common and very important thing is the language should be the same that we think, and its name is we serve. Only things that nowadays, this technology, because of the COVID-19, it cuts our bridges with the traditions and new members, traditional members and the new members. So we have to, I think we have to be.
We have shortly we might be joining with the main room just to, if it gets cuts off. But you mentioned the disconnection that we experienced due to COVID.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We have to be hand in hand with the traditional and the new. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much for all of your contributions. Probably will be shortly joining with the main room. I'll try to convey your thoughts and messages as much as I can. But it's really, I feel it's a privilege to be able to join as such an international group. And it's thing we experienced thanks to this difficult time that we're going through. But also, as you have experienced, I personally also experienced, I'm 51 years old and I'm the second youngest person in my Lions Club. But my elder sisters in my club, they're, joining more and more. So it's, yeah, it says it will probably be joining in 50 seconds back to the main room. I thank you very, very much for your contribution.